So welcome again guys to the update of the Volvo F12, and there's a lot that has been made so far. I'm about 60 or 70% complete. I'm moving now to the cab, and well, lots of things to say. Probably I'll forget most of them, but I'll try to sum it up the best as I can. So, as you know, this kit was assembled before me, and there was a lot of stuff that was made before it reached my hands. One of those things is the chassis. It was already assembled, and the first problem that I encountered were here, the hinges for the cab. One of them was out of the chassis, and after a long time I managed to find it, but guess what? No screw. The screw was missing, so we were off to a very good start. So I went to the hardware store that is specialized in screws, bolts, nuts, washers, and so on, and I was able to find 2 screws to fit the hinge. So that's the first obstacle that was well, passed. Next, I went for the engine, and well, it wasn't that bad, except the whole engine block wasn't painted. And one thing, let me see if bear with me, I'm using my hands to do this, so be patient. I don't know if you can see here, there's some bottles in here that were assembled upside down, so I had to remove them and fit them the way it is supposed to be. Next, we have the suspension, which already had the leaf springs attached to the chassis, and I didn't want to remove them, mainly because mainly because some of the bolts are well, bolted directly into the plastic, and I didn't want to remove them because the screws and the bolts, etc., tear up the plastic while they are being tightened. So I left the way it was, and to fit these 2 U-shaped screws holding the entire front suspension was a bit of a pain, as you could see from one of the shots that I've made, and it was really a pain to attach the front suspension. Next, we have the wheels, which were a mess because the inner part was white and the ring here was red, and I don't know how this works, but these rims are made of 3 parts, as I've said, the central part here and the outer ring, and I couldn't remove the inner part from the tire, so it wasn't easy to paint, because well, first I had to remove the paint that was already there, and then I had to remove the outer rims, and then I used, this is roughly shown, to mask the rim from the tire so I could paint the whole rim. Well, next, let me see, more problems. Here we have another big problem, and it's not my best job, but it will suffice. Here, this part is supposed to have two supports, two brackets that go along the way, come here and then are attached to the chassis. Those two brackets were missing too, and I wasn't able to get any replacement because they are metal parts and not easy to make. So what I did, I went back to the hardware store and got me some screws that are the same size as the hole in the chassis, and some nuts. So what I did, I've bolted the screws into the chassis, and then here I inserted the nuts and tightened it so it can stay in place. It's not the most aesthetic thing, but again, it does his job. And to finish, as you can see here, one screw and nut missing. It was supposed to be like this, but it's missing. I will see if I can get to the hardware store again, but well, it's barely visible, so I'll think about it. And well, I guess this is it. Nothing major to report besides what I've told you already. This thing is huge. This is the exhaust that comes from the bottom till here. As you can see, it's pretty big. So I guess this is it. This is how the Volvo is looking at the moment. I'm starting the cabin, so hopefully I'll have no more problems till the end, because I'm in a part that wasn't started before, so hopefully it will go a lot smoother than till this point. So this is it. Take care, guys, and see you later.